take it personally.
Yeah, it pains me, but I got to do what I got to do. So, and then, oh, screen share. Okay. And again, not with my sticky notes. Okay. Okay, and make this bigger. And let's see where we were. Who remembers where we were? Okay, we did all this conditional stuff with 21. We talked about the monument, didn't we, for 22?
With the
Yeah.
stone overhead.
Did we finish
Oh,
that,
no,
Rashi?
we didn't do- I don't think we read 22 yet. I think we just
Yeah, no,
finished.
I think we did talk about a monument, but I don't think we did the Rashi on 22. So let's start there. Let me just put it up a little bit more.
Is there any way to make the letters bigger?
Let's
I mean, maybe
see.
I can do it on my own computer.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see.
probably can, but it'll probably mess with, let me see.
When I
Is that better?
Yeah, that's bigger.
yeah, it is.
That's good.
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
That helps.
Okay. And how much of it do you see, Lisa?
I see all the Hebrew and only a small part of the English is cut off, so that doesn't bother me at all.
What about here? Do you see it more now?
I see English less now. Here, keep moving the other way.
The other way. How about here?
You have to go over to the edge of my screen. Oh,
I can't
yeah.
see yours.
Yeah, see, I go a little bit over the other way. No, the other way. The other way. Keep going. Keep going. No, I think it jumps. Keep going. No, keep going. I liked where it was in the beginning.
This
So
is kind of where it was.
no, keep going. Okay, that's good. We'll just stay there.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, so number 22.
22. והאבן הזאת אשר שמתי מצבה יהיה בית אלוהים, וכל אשר תיתן לי אשר אסרנו לך.
Then this stone, which I've placed as a monument, shall be a house of God, and everything that you give me, I will surely tithe to you.
Okay, and Rashi says, והאבן הזאת, כך תפרש וו זו של והאבן. אם תעשה לי את אלה, אף אני אעשה זאת. Okay, so Rashi is relating to the matter of the if-then statement, I think. Well, go ahead and read the English. I'm sure it's probably clear.
Well,
there.
he says, so he's talking about ha'evan hazot, ve'ha'evan hazot, which is translated as then this stone, literally and this stone. But this vav of ve'ha'evan is to be explained as follows. If you will do these things for me, I too will do this. And this stone, which I have placed as a monument, etc., as the Targum paraphrases, I will worship upon it before the Lord. And so he did when he returned from Padan Aram, when he said to him, arise, go up to Bethel. What is stated there? And Jacob erected a monument, etc., and he poured a libation on it. From Mishnah, Rabbi Eliezer, on verse 35:1. So I guess that means in our Parsha. So they're saying the vav means it's another condition.
No, I mean, in the Hebrew, what it looks like it means is interpret the vav in this phrase should be interpreted as af, like even, you do all these things, and then there was that long list of conditions. And here, but of course they were all connected by vavs also, which makes it tricky. But Rashi says this, in this case, the vav means then. Then I will do the following.
Well, it translated as then, but then he says it's to be explained as if you do these things for me. Oh, okay. I will do this and this stone. So that's this stone part and this stone, which I have placed as a monument.
Yeah, in other words, all the things coming before were supposed to be God's part of the deal. And now we've gotten to Yaakov's part of the deal. You do all these things for me, bring me home in peace to my father's house, and whatever else was on the list. God, please do all these things for me, and I will make this into a monument for you and the Targum adds, and I will place offerings. I will worship upon it before the good Lord, and I will give tenth tithes to you.
Well, that's in the tithes are in the text.
Yeah. So this is his part. This is what he's promising to do.
So it's just quid pro quo.
And is that a promise or is that bargaining? I'm not sure. If.
You mean like, is it conditional?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of talked about that yesterday, that it is and it isn't. In other words, part of him wants to make it conditional, but part of him realizes that he has to grow up and have faith. I think, it's kind of like a tentativeness.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shall shevet. Is there? No. Good morning, Judith. Should we go on to the next one, or does anybody have anything to add before we do?
Let's go on. Unless Judith has something to add.
What? Now how do I do this? Oh, did we finish with the, I guess we go on to the second part?
I guess so.
Hi,
Maybe
guys.
they divided up by
Thank you.
aliyot. It looks like we just finished the first aliyah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Hi.
What
Thanks for
website is
asking
it?
me. It takes quite a long
Oh,
time for me to
Chabad,
figure
okay.
out how to
Oh,
say
Judith.
everything.
Judith is with us.
Okay. Did you want to add anything about that last part?
No, it takes me a long time to figure out how to unmute myself. So I wanted to unmute myself and say good morning and happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I don't have anything to add, though it's very interesting how that vav in the Hebrew works.
It's so flexible.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so the beginning of the next chapter or the next aliyah.
Wait a second. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
This is a nice website. Okay.
Yeah. This is more helpful than, and my Safaria didn't have all these Rashis. It was missing some of the ones that, but they're all on here, so. Okay.
Vayisa Yaakov raglav, vayelech artzav v'nei kedem.
Now Jacob lifted his feet and went to the land of the people of the east. Now this definitely needs a Rashi. I mean, he wasn't going to drag a furrow in the ground all the way.
Yes. Vayisa Yaakov raglav, mishenitbaser besorat tova, שהובטח בשמירה, נשא ליבו את רגליו ונעשה קל ללכת. כך מפורש בבראשית רבה.
Now Jacob lifted his feet. As soon as he was given the good tidings that he was assured protection, his heart lifted his feet, and he became fleet-footed. So it is explained in Genesis Rabbah. That is very sweet.
Yeah.
It's like his little Nike wings on his feet, or Mercury, or whoever it was.
Or like someone without cares just kind of feels lighthearted and starts to skip.
Yes, that's exactly true. I do that whenever I have a feeling of kind of elation.
וירא והנה באר בשדה והנה שם שלושה עדרי צאן רובצים עליה כי מן הבאר ההיא ישקו העדרים והאבן גדולה על פי הבאר.
And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and behold, 3 flocks of sheep lying beside it, because from that well they would water the flocks, and a huge rock was upon the mouth of the well. But by the way, Sepharia has vowels on the Rashi, I think. Anyway,
Well, so far so good.
so he,
ישקו העדרים, משקים הרואים את העדרים, והמקרא דיבר בלשון קצרה. So
they
he's
would water
explaining-
the flocks.
They would water the flocks.
The shepherds would water the flocks. The verse is elliptical.
What does that mean?
Well, it sounds like it's saying it turns around on itself, you know, let's.
Well, I
He-
think it just means it's got an ellipsis in it, like dot, 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 the way we do English. We just, sometimes you can leave words out that aren't necessary.
You mean like shepherds?
Yeah,
They
and
meaning yeah.
they would water the flocks. Yeah, well, who would water the flocks? Well, the shepherds, obviously. Who else
Okay.
waters flocks?
So there's nothing else we can gain from this Rashi. Is there anything else that strikes anyone about this text, this verse? I mean, I'm just kind of struck by, it seems to be, you know, the fact that it mentions behold twice, it mentions the well twice, it's got exclamation points, and I know that's not in the text, but I think it's implying some kind of excitement or intensity here.
Yeah, I think it sort of underlines what the previous Rashi said, which was that he's moving quickly, he's excited, he's moving forward now. He's not caught up in all the drama and pain that he left behind.
So yeah, it's maybe just a continuation of Jacob's feelings of excitement.
Yeah, hine. Wait, where was the second behold? Are there 2 beholds there?
Yeah,
Right. Vayar v'hine ve'er basadeh v'hine sham shlosha. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it sounds like it's wow. Look what I see. The thing I'm thinking of is just that it connects up to his own mother's story, where she was discovered by Eliezer at the well,
mm-hmm.
and big things happen by the well.
That's right. So he's still following in the footsteps of his parents. And the wells have been, you know, always a reminder of Abraham, because they were mostly Abraham's wells, at least. Okay. So number 3.
Number 3, v'ne'esfu shama chol ha'adarim v'galelu et ha'even me'al pi ha'be'er v'hishku et hatzon v'heshivu et ha'even al pi ha'be'er limkoma.
And all the flocks would gather there, and they would roll the rock off the mouth of the well and water the sheep, and then they would return the rock into the mouth of the well to its place. So 3 Rashis for this.
V'ne'esfu regilim hayu lehiasef lefi shehaita ha'even gedola.
Would gather there. They were accustomed to gather because the rock was huge. Okay.
Yeah, I guess partly maybe he's just explaining. In an English translation, it's easy to say the flocks would gather there and they would roll the rock. We've got that tense, whatever it is in English, that indicate habitual action, repeated action. In Hebrew, you don't really have that. You might think that he's describing a one-time event.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But Rashi's making sure that his readers understand. He says regilim hayu. They were accustomed to. That was their habit to do such and such.
I assume that's related to rego. or not?
It's related to ragil, which is like actually, I don't think it's related to regal. That's an interesting point, but it's more has to do with like shalosh regalim, the 3 holidays.
Right, and I thought that was related to regal because they were pilgrimage holidays, so they walked to Jerusalem.
That's a good question. Maybe the two are related. The short, maybe it's the same shorish, but in Hebrew modern Hebrew you've got ragil, which means just like regular,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
then
that
you've
sounds
got
like English.
and you've got yeah, it does, and you've got hergel, which means habit, and all the words that are related to that, and then you've got regel, which means leg or foot, and all the words that are related to that, and whether the two are connected somehow, I don't know.
So would you translate that?
Hello. I have something to say.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Thank you. Does it also mean that on a regular basis, they would gather in numbers because the rock was heavy and it needed the numbers to roll it away?
Yep.
So on a regular basis, I mean, they don't have, any other way to communicate. So on a regular basis at certain times, they would
But-
meet in order to do that.
But it says the flocks were gathering there, and the flocks would gather it away, would roll it away. The sheep themselves.
No, the shepherds. I'm having something weird happening with my Zoom, so if I disappear, it's a technical difficulty, but I'm still here, so I'll just stick
Yeah,
with you.
and wouldn't a flock not just, if you were already a flock with your herders and what other people would be there, wouldn't the flock just kind of include that's the whole?
Including the shepherd, you mean the shepherd and the sheep are all part of the flock?
Yeah, the group.
Okay. I'll buy that. It's a little confusing.
Well, maybe there was more than one group, so then it wouldn't just be the flock that was rolling it away. There would have to be some leadership.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Well, definitely more than one flock. And if the flock includes the shepherds, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
Well, in fact, the next one says they would roll. Let's go there and see if that helps with anything.
Thank you.
I lost my page, my share. I don't know why I don't have my share Zoom anymore. Let me see if I can get it back. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Which one are we on now?
Galilee or something?
Okay, yeah. V'golilin v'tirgumo umeganderin kol lashon hoveh mishtaneh ledaber b'lashon atid. ובלשון עבר, לפי שכל דבר ההוא תמיד כבר היה ועתיד להיות.
So it's commenting on they would roll Hebrew v'galalu like v'golalin, which is Aramaic. The Targum renders gosh.
Umegadirin.
Okay, okay. And they would roll. Every present tense, for example, every verb expressing continuous action changes to speak sometimes in the future tense and sometimes in the past tense, because everything that occurs constantly has already transpired and is destined to transpire again. So it doesn't help with a they that much, but it's just talking about the tense of would roll. So but rolling, I mean, when they say, he says constantly, I think he means many times, but.
Yeah, it was a daily event. It was a daily occurrence.
Rolling the rock back and forth. Why didn't they just keep the rock off the well? Oh, because the sheep might fall on the well, maybe in the well if they didn't.
But what about that it needed to be covered because if somebody passing by, water is very valuable.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
A lot of good reasons to cover the well.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it could be partly because of danger, like you said, of falling in, or danger of theft. Maybe to keep lizards and stuff from falling in and drowning in it or something.
Keep it from drying up, to keep, any kind of dirt or, debris or whatever.
polluting the well.
Yeah, but they probably didn't have that much pollution back then.
No, I mean, an animal dropping in and decomposing there,
Right.
bacterias and other lovely things that
So, I mean,
poison.
and the water is coming from below, right? It's not rain that's gathering.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
question. I mean, they say be'er.
Yeah, as opposed to
I
Mayan.
think a be'er could be either one. That's a good question. I don't know if be'er is definitely one or the other. Could be like a cistern kind of thing. It fills up with rainwater and then dries up in the dry
But with the
season.
rock there, that would prevent the rain from coming in. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I knew more of the archaeology. It might be like a freshwater spring. I don't know if the word be'er tells us that.
I remember Rabbi was saying something about the other day about bear and Mayan, and
Yeah, a
so
Mayan,
it's definitely spring.
I think a Mayan is definitely a spring. A be'er might or might not be.
And also, was it shof or something like that? It was one of the words that's in that song, Mayim, Mayim, Mayim. There's another word for like spring or something in there. Let's just go on. It looks like the next Rashi's kind of grammatic as well.
Yeah, v'hishivu.
Mm-hmm.
Targumo umetivin. Yeah, he's just giving us.
He's just saying. It says, and then they would return, Hebrew v'hashivu, which the Targum renders umativin, and they would return. So, I guess it's kind of just reiterating kind of the last Rashi a little bit. I mean, except for one's about roll and one's about return, but.
I guess he's just emphasizing that the verbs in all of this, all the verbs in this pasuk are meant to be understood as describing for us what they did habitually. This,
right.
It's like almost as if it said, and this was the custom in that place. They would do this and this and this every day.
Okay. We can go on.
Vayomer lahem Yaakov.
Oh, I was moving
sorry.
a little bit. Let me just do that. Okay.
Okay. Vayomer lahem Yaakov, achai me'ayin atem, vayomru mecharan anachnu.
And Jacob said to them, my brothers, where are you from? And they said, we're from Haran. So I guess these are the shepherds he's talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Vayomer lahem hayadatem et Lavan ben Nachor, vayomru yadanu.
And he said to them, do you know Laban, the son of Nahor? And they said, we know him.
Vayomer lahem hashalom lo, vayomru shalom. V'hinei Rachel bito ba im hatzon.
And he said to them, are things going well with him? And they said, things are going well. And behold, his daughter Rachel is coming with the sheep. So there's some Rashi here.
Okay, ba im hatzon.
Ba'a.
Ba'a im hatzon. Good one.
I was doing the sheep.
Hatam ba'alef, v'tirgumo atya. Pasuk tet, v'Rachel ba'a, lemala, ba'a, hatam lemala, babet, v'tirgumo atat.
It doesn't say achat. I can't. Oh, you may be right.
I think it's Aramaic. Atat means she came.
Okay.
Harishon lashon oseh, v'hashini lashon asta.
So it's coming with the sheep, Hebrew ba'a, but the accent is on the aleph, ba'a, and the Targum renders atya. And Rachel came, ba'a, the accent is on the and then Rachel came ba'a, the accent is on the first syllable on the bet, and the Targum renders the former is in the present tense, whereas the latter is in the past tense.
Ah,
So are there two ba'as there? Let's see, Vayomer lahem shalom, Vayomer shalom. Hine Rachel bito ba'a. No, there's only one, and it says ba'a. So that's Rachel came, not.
oh, he's comparing this verse with verse 9, I think, which is up ahead, where he's telling us it looks like exactly the same word, but in one we put the stress on the first syllable, and in one we put the stress on the second syllable.
Okay, and it makes them have two different connotations. It says this one where the stress is on the second syllable. No, but on the second syllable. The accent on the aleph and Rachel came, and the other one. So it says the accent is on the first syllable. Former is in present tense, the latter in the past tense.
Yeah, she is coming. In other words, in this pasuk, it means she is coming.
Okay.
Here she comes.
Okay, let's go on.
Vayomer hen od hayom gadol lo ete asef hamikne hashku hatzon ulechu re'u.
And he said, the day is yet long. It is not the time to take in the livestock. Water the sheep and go pasture. Water the sheep and go pasture? Or,
Pasture as like a verb, like
yeah,
go.
so I don't know why the comma's there, but just ignore it.
Okay,
Okay.
hen od hayom gadol lefi shera'au tam rovtzim kesavur sherotzim le'esof hamikne habayta v'lo yir'u od. Amar lahem hen od hayom gadol. Klomar, im sechirim atem lo shilamtem peulat hayom. Ve'im habehemot shelachem af al pi chen lo et ha'asef hamikneh.
V'gomer.
Begomer.
The day is yet long since he saw them. Oh, yeah, so the day is yet long. Since he saw them lying down, he thought that they wished to gather the livestock to return home and that they would no longer graze. So he said to them, the day is yet long. For example, if you have been hired for the day, you've not completed the day's work. And if the animals are yours, it is nevertheless not the time to take in the livestock, etc. So he saw the shepherds lying down. They were kind of goofing off.
I think rovtzim usually means the animals. That's the word for animals lying down.
Oh, okay. So, all right. And he's just telling the shepherds to, keep it up. Anything?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's kind of it's like he's kind of taking charge. He's just arrived and he's telling them what to do.
I know. That's not how Eliezer was, but this is Jacob's planning to, take the daughter and, okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to this, but I don't quite see what to say about it, except that it's one side of Yaakov's character.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. And that doesn't mean you can't say anything about it if you don't want to. And I'm going to stop the recording too, though.
Good morning, Lauren.
Recording.